Hello everyone, welcome to What If Issei was neglected by his parents and got op gaming system part 1. Before we start, please go support Karaka100 for writing that awesome fanfic. Now let's begin. The start. Kquime. It was night time and in the hospital there laid a woman by the name of Issei Hyoudou, also known as Issei Hyoudu's wife. Issei Hyoudou was giving birth to her second child, who was already predestined to be named Issei. Issei Hyoudou was born, but shortly after he was born, his two other brothers were born and given the name of Daru and Gray. Issei and Issei already having a child named Kquime were by no means new parents, but they felt something off about Issei. Kquime was already 2 years old by the time Issei, Daru and Gray were born. That being said, throughout the time Issei was 5 years old, his parents didn't pay much any attention to him nor his brothers, but when they were, they'd pick in on Issei. Kquime always stopped them when she was present. Issei and Issei had already known about the supernatural world and had informed Kquime, Daru and Gray and told them not to say anything about it to Issei. They'd also explained that they all had sacred gears. Daru had the totem spirits, Gray had the flashing gates of hell, and Kquime had the red dragon empress, while Issei had nothing, no powers, no mana, and barely even a presence. Issei throughout his child only grew to care for Kquime, as she was the only one close to him, the only person who actually talked with him, played with him, and even sometimes slept in the same bed with him. When he was too afraid to sleep by himself, Issei grew attached to Kquime, but due to this, Kquime never spent any time with Daru, Gray and their own parents. About 5 more years later, Issei woke up one night due to hearing a bunch of arguing downstairs. Issei slowly walked downstairs as to not alert anyone and heard many awful things. You spend more time with that loser brother of yours. You don't spend any time with us or your actual useful brothers Daru and Gray, who are actually useful and have bright futures. Said Issei angrily, how could I care about them or the both of you? The both of you are irresponsible parents who only care about me and those other two selfish arrogant idiots. You ignore Issei and act like he's not even your son. It's so cruel it hurts me, Kquime said while tearing up. Kquime then left the house in a rush, angry at her parents. Where's she going at this time of night? Issei thought to himself. Issei slowly went back upstairs and dressed and picked a few of Kquime's clothing up as it was cold outside and Kquime didn't take any warm clothes with her. Issei opened the window of his room and slowly crept out. Issei walked for 20 minutes outside looking for Kquime. Geez, where could she be? Issei kept thinking as he gazed up at the moon surrounded by the dark beautiful sky. After another 10 minutes, Issei came up slowly to the sight of something he'd never thought he'd see. A man with a pair of black wings stood over the body of another man. Blood, thought Issei was interrupted as the man spoke out loud. Indeed boy, it's blood and you'll see it coming out of you very soon. Issei upon hearing these words felt frozen to his core. The man slowly walked to Issei, and with every step the man took he sped up. Issei got a hold of himself as the man was in a half-running motion. Issei, feeling fear, started to run as fast as he could the opposite direction the man was coming from. Issei, who was panicking, took an unexpected turn into an alleyway. Having no time to recorrect his actions, he ran further into the alleyway. The fallen angel had realized Issei went into the alleyway and started to smile and laugh hysterically while saying, I'm coming for you. As Issei ran, he came up to a dead end, and as he looked behind himself, he'd see the man slowly walking towards him with a very visible smile and bright purple eyes. Issei, scared out of his mind, didn't say anything or move as he had already frozen up once again. The fallen angel then said, wrong time to be out tonight, kiddo, right before he created a light spear and stabbing Issei in the stomach. The fallen angel then left thinking Issei was gonna die. Is this where I die? Issei mumbled weakly and very faintly as his fear had completely subsided. I can't die, my sister, she's going to be cold if I cough 2 times. Don't bring her. Issei became weaker and weaker, eventually losing the strength to talk and even move. Forgive me, Kquime, but it's cold, I'm tired, I wanna close my eyes, Issei thought as his consciousness slowly faded. Issei had only seen the already dark alleyway getting darker and darker as he slowly closed his eyes. Just as Issei was about to die, something blue with white writing popped up in his dark consciousness. You've become level 1, resting enabled temporarily, said the weird message floating in his mind. Issei then lost complete consciousness and woke hours later as sun started rising. When Issei woke up, he'd see Kquime holding him while crying. Issei then looked at her. Are you cold? He said calmly and slowly, as to not startle her. Kquime, who was obviously very cold, said no, that she wasn't cold. She'd then start to talk fast, telling him many things, but Issei did not listen to anything as he was still dazed of. Issei slowly tilted his head, seeing the fallen angel dead just a couple meters away. Kquime, can we go home? Issei said once again calmly. Kquime questioned if he was able to stand as she had seen Issei's blood stains all over him. She also got there in time to see the open wound just after killing the fallen angel. Are you able to stand? Asked Kquime, worried. Of course I'm able to stand, Issei said while standing up. Kquime then thought to herself, that wound, it's completely gone. It healed. No, there's no way it could heal in that amount of time. Wah, forget it, I'm just glad he's fine. Issei and Kquime walked back home, and along their way home Issei kept seeing a red and blue bar with a number 1 beside it. What's this? Issei questioned himself. Gaming system alone. When Issei and Kquime had arrived home, waiting by the door stood Mickey and Goru. When both siblings had seen the parents, they thought they were in trouble. Issei was about to explain that it was his fault, but Mickey and Goru had ran to Kquime and hugged her tightly, saying things like, "Where were you? Are you okay? We were so worried." Issei, for the first time in a while, looked very sad and furious at the same time. Issei, without saying anything, walked upstairs and into his room with his still bloodstained shirt that had a gaping hole. Issei took one good look at himself in a mirror and ripped a piece of his shirt that had the bloodstain and said, I swear they're gonna pay. They're gonna pay for treating me like I'm worthless." Issei was referring to his parents and the 2 brothers, not Kquime, as she was the only one who treated him like a human and family. Issei looked at the blood from the shirt, and just as he was about to talk, a notification came up. System, blood detected, origins Issei Hyoudou, name Issei Hyoudou, race human, rank level 1, XP 050, health 100, stamina 70, strength 3, speed 5, endurance 1, defense 2, magic power 0, skills ability inspect points 5, skill ability shop LV1, shop currency points, Sharingan 3 points, Excalibur random 2 points, stats upgrade 1 points, magic unlock 3 points, unavailable requirement level. To proceed. Hash out. What is this? Is it important? There are so many options, but where is this coming from? Is it in my head? Am I going crazy? No, I'm not. Can I tough it? Issei reached out to touch the blue text with the many options and information. Wait, it's real. I can feel it. I guess I'm not going crazy. Then what is this? Is this a game? I have so many questions. Player, are you ready to choose? Said an unknown voice. Where is this coming from? Issei said while looking around. System. I'm in your help guide, player 1. Issei. Player 1. System. Indeed, generating identification. Issei Hyoudou, you must choose one or more of the options in the shop screen. Issei. The shop screen, what's this? What are all of these things? System. You must choose within the next 10 seconds, if not quest 1 will commence. Issei. What Excalibur and T the Sharingan. System. Great, your choices have been authorized. You will now be receiving the 1 random Excalibur and 1 Tomo Sharingan right now. The gold light started to glow right in front of Issei's very eyes, a sword titled Excalibur rapidly. As Issei saw that, he'd get a quick summary of what its ability is. Excalibur rapidly allows the user to increase the velocity of the sword attack, as well as giving the user the ability to move at high speeds as a bonus. It also gives the user enhanced flexibility, allowing the user to dodge high-speed attacks. Wow, what a quick summary, that's a lot of reading, Issei said, feeling uneasy. After a second, Issei looked at the mirror and straight away he'd see red eyes with a black dot on both of them. Sharingan are a set of very powerful eyes that allow the user to put other life forms under strong illusions called genjutsus. They may both be physical and mental illusions. The Sharingan also enhance perception abilities, as well as increasing the mind's ability to work faster drastically. It is also magic and chakra based. And these eyes are Sharingan, they seem cool from what the description says. Now what? System. Quest 1 activated. Issei's plane of vision began to blacken out slowly, and by the time his vision cleared up, he'd be in a giant forest with no sign of life. Or at least he thought so. A loud roar came from deep within the forest. Issei looked to the roar's direction, and instantly he'd see many pair of red eyes open from deep within the dark forest. Giant demon wolves came out one by one until they numbered at 15. Issei looked petrified as they came running by at him while howling. Issei, still having the Sharingan active, sees the wolves moves a little ahead of time, and in a slower motion, Issei called out Excalibur at the top of his lungs, and a gold beam appeared revealing the sword. Issei grabbed the sword and ran underneath one of the demon wolves who was in a jumping motion and impaled the wolf and ran straight ahead, cutting its whole body in half. As Issei did that, his level was raised by 1 and his physical stats were also raised. Y'all don't seem very hard to beat. I was scared for a second, but now the fun starts. Issei went around killing the woods one by one with ease. After he had killed all 15 wolves, he had gained 3 levels. Issei put the points he gained from the levels he gained into his physical stats such as health, stamina, endurance, defense, speed and strength. Each level gives 7 points on top of naturally raising those stats every time he levels up. Issei kept doing quests one after another. By the time he finished for the day, he was already level 14. System, name, Issei Hyoudou, race, human, rank, level 14. XP, 831 1500, health, 70, 700, stamina, 47, 500, strength, 80, speed, 134, endurance, 70, defense, 97, magic power, 0, skills ability, inspect, Sharingan, Excalibur rapidly, points, 0. Issei. This'll do for today, I'm so tired and a bit hurt. System. You've won multiple rewards for Quest 1-5's competition. You've been compensated with 5 full restore potions, 4 diamonds, 3 gold bars, magic item endless storage, fire water lighting element, quest pause. Issei content with his rewards, then left the quest area the domain he was in, to go back home. Issei clicked a return option, and the way he got here he went back. When Issei arrived back in his room, he was laying down on the bed as he woke. I'm on my bed, okay, there's nothing weird with that at all. After Issei had gotten out of the bed he'd see a note under his door. Issei went to pick the note up and as he did that, it said from Kquime. Issei, please forgive me, I had no choice, mother and father wouldn't let me stay no matter what I said, and these other 2 idiots whining didn't help either. Issei, we've left to go to a place called the Underworld. It's the place where the fallen angel that attacked you a couple days back comes from. A noble devil family by the name Phoenix has offered to take us in for training. I said no, but father and mother weren't taking no as an answer. The Phoenix household is one of the strongest devil families in the underworld. I just want you to know we're in safe hands. Issei, I'm truly sorry, I'll come back straight away when I'm able to, I promise, said the note. Issei. They left me behind, I'm such a fool, how could I miss that? Wait, she said I was attacked a couple days back. I was attacked yesterday night. Issei went downstairs and saw none of the furniture nor belongings that were originally in the house. Issei made his way to the kitchen where thankfully the microwave and the clock were still present. It's 7 p.m. and the day is April 7th. The day I was attacked it was the 3rd, so it's been 4 days since they left and since I went into the quest place. I'm strange, I don't feel hungry. The system made a noise. System. It's due to the guidelines of the quest area, user never feels the feeling of hunger nor thirst, as well as the feeling of 1, 2, 3. Issei. That's why so, wait, I have no money. System. You have 4 diamonds and 3 gold bars, with the cash out option you're able to cash the gold bars for any type of currency. Issei. Then, could you do it? System. Most certainly, transferring gold into currency, a cash card has been given to you, read the currency guide. US currency, bronze $100, copper $300, silver $1,200, gold $50,000, crystals $100,000, diamonds $102,000, rare materials varying of the quality. Cash out will insert the money within the cash card with no governmental issues. Issei. Hehe, money's not a problem, but now I'm all alone. Well, that's that, as of today I'm Issei, just Issei, no last name. I'll become so strong the so-called underworld will know my name. Issei then went to sleep as he had nothing else to do as it was already very late and he was extremely exhausted. Supernatural race interaction. Recap. Issei awoke the gaming system and made it to level 14. Issei was also left behind all alone. His money issue was solved pretty quickly. Issei also was now very determined to become known throughout the supernatural world. Recap over. As Issei woke up the next morning he'd remember he was all alone in the house. What do I do now? Well, I guess I have to go to school, right? Issei asked himself, still not knowing what to do. Issei thought for some more time and came up with something. He would go around the city exploring the areas he lives around more. Issei traveled all over the place and managed to discover quite a lot of area, but there was a place that gave him weird vibes. The place that Issei wasn't sure of going to was a shrine that was mostly isolated from the rest of the other homes and towns. And that place seems weird, it gives me chills, Issei murmured. Issei was walking for around 25-40 minutes, while dazed off Issei suddenly bumped into someone. The person Issei had bumped into was a white-haired lady dressed in a maid outfit. Please forgive me, young man, said the beautiful woman. Oh, no, please forgive me, I wasn't paying attention. My name is Issei. Hi, just Issei. It's a pleasure I meet you, Issei. My name is Graphia, let's keep it at that. I must go, I'm in a hurry. Graphia then took her leave. In his head, Issei. She seemed nice. Hey system, could you identify her? System. Unfortunately that is out of my capabilities, I do not possess her genetic material. Issei. Very well, I think I should go back into the quest zone, it's time I kept leveling up. System. As you wish. Issei. Inspect. Race. Demon Wolf. Rank. Alpha. Level. Health. 1900, 1900. Stamina. 900, 900. Strength. 219. Speed. 112. Endurance. 101. Defense. 97. Magic power. 12. Skills ability. Wolves Calling, Sharpened Claws, Mighty Hunter, Intimidation, Aura Sense, Enhanced Senses, Faster Healing, Magic, Apex Predator. Issei. Geez, this wolf is stronger than me. System. How much does Excalibur rapidly increase my speed? System. Excalibur rapidly increases your speed by 300, this is not counting your current speed stats. Issei. I'm faster, but its wide variety of skills are a nuisance. Issei and the alpha demon wolf fought for 12 minutes straight with no rest. It's more resilient than the other demon wolves, not to mention the other demon wolves didn't have any abilities that were magic, and this one does. Issei then started to smile very faintly at the wolf who was very tired itself. Issei had managed to cut the wolf multiple times and even give it deep cuts. Issei was able to avoid most of the strikes, but was ultimately hit many times. Another 10 minutes had passed and these two kept fighting. And as the fight was quickly approaching its end, Issei and the wolf were now attacking each other with everything they both had. The battle ultimately ended with Issei's victory, and just before he killed the wolf he got an option from the system, would you like to use hidden skill steal? Issei accepted the opportunity very quickly, and as he did so he gained the abilities of the demon wolf. Issei. I have new skills, yes I have skills, I have skills. System. Issei, you've leveled up 6 times and have gained, further notice, quest area 2 is now unlocked. Issei. I guess I should go over to this quest area, first I'll take a full restoration potion, this battle was kinda hard. Issei then upgraded his strength with all the points he'd received from the 6 levels. Issei entered the new quest area which was in a swamp. I guess I'll have to really depend on these trees for mobility, I should also watch out for things hidden within them, Issei said with an uncomfortable look on his face. For the next 4 hours Issei encountered and fought new creatures he'd meet in the swamp, many of the creatures creeped Issei out. Giant mosquitoes, leeches, frogs, snakes, spiders and even swamp monsters such as mud giants and mutant alligators that could easily swallow full human bodies. I should head back now, I've climbed another 5 levels. Issei went back home as it was beginning to turn nighttime. Issei didn't want to be around to see what came out during the night. System, name. Issei Hyoudou, race. Human, rank. Level 25. XP, 734, 3400. Health. 1900, 1900. Stamina. 1700, 1700. Strength. 210. Speed. 219. Endurance. 131. Defense. 170. Magic power. 12. Skills ability. Inspect, Sharingan, Excalibur rapidly, Wolves calling, Sharpen claws, Mighty hunter, Intimidation, Aura sense, Enhanced senses, Faster healing, Magic, Apex predator. Points. 0. When Issei had arrived home, he'd wondered and asked the system if there was a way he could go to the underworld. The system quickly responded giving Issei the answer to his question. System. It is indeed possible, your ability with the combination of Aura Sense and Excalibur's holy energy, your chances of opening a magic circle to the underworld are quite high, anything else you may want to ask? Issei. Yes, how do I use the abilities? System. You call their names out, it does not matter if it's out loud or within your mind. Issei, happy with the system's response, did what the system said he had to do in order to make a magic circle. Issei succeeded in creating the magic circle, but he had no control over it nor specific destination in mind. Issei fell out of the sky and onto the ground. Geez, that hurt, Issei said abruptly with no knowledge of his surroundings. Issei stood up not expecting much to happen right off the start. Issei started to look at his surroundings and came up with the conclusion he was in a remote part of the underworld. There's nothing but dense forest around here when Issei said he felt a strong gust of wind, followed by an explosion far off in the distance. HMPH, seems I'm not alone after all, I'd better go check that out. Issei started to move at a fast pace. While using Aura Sense, Issei could identify 3 individuals, 2 of the same race, and 1 which was not, so there's 3 of them. I can't tell if they're fighting or not, but I should check it out. Issei then arrived seconds after sensing 3 individuals. As Issei arrived, he'd come under attack almost instantly. Dark purple energy balls were being thrown at him, and poison mist covers the area. Hey, what's your deal? Said Issei to the one who was attacking him. Wait, aren't you with him? Said the black-haired catgirl. Issei was now able to see clearly. Issei? Who? Hiroka. Him. Hiroka pointed at a half-dead man who was barely standing. Issei. Ouch, what happened to him? Hiroka. Issei. Wait, that's a stupid question. Hey, what's your name? Hiroka. Kuroka's my name and yours. Issei. Well, my name it's Issei, so why are we attacking this dude? Hiroka. Issei. Not gonna tell me, are you? Well, at any rate we could help each other out. I finished this guy off and give me some information, so how about it? Hiroka nodded slightly, and Issei called out to Excalibur rapidly whisk, activating his one-tomo Sharingan. Alright systems, do your thing. System, race. Devil, rank. High class devil, level. Health. 934, 12,000. Stamina. 63, 7,000. Strength. 403. Speed. 211. Endurance. 210. Defense. 390. Magic power. 107. Skills ability. Issei's inner thoughts. Why I shouldn't have opened my mouth, this guy's so much more stronger than me, wait, but he's already beat up so badly, this guy is ear deaf and doesn't have very much stamina, that means this catgirl is stronger than me if she did this. High-ranking devil HRD. HRD. What, you have an Excalibur fragment? Hey, listen here, if you join me in defeating that bitch, I'll give you a handsome reward and all the information you want. Issei. And if I said I'd decline your offer? HRD. I'm a high-ranking devil, don't you dare talk to me in such a manner, child. Issei. I'm going to kill you now, Issei, with a bonus of 300 speed, because from Excalibur rapidly dashed towards the devil faster than it could currently react. Issei taunted the devil many times as to get him off guard, and every time he did so the devil fell for it. When the devil fell for it, Issei cut and slashed him many times with Excalibur rapidly. Issei did this for about 5 minutes until the devil could no longer even stand on 1 foot. The devil had no stamina and only 12.4 HP. Issei. Any last words? HRD. You bastard, you'll pod odd. Issei cut his head off in a mere instant. Issei. Now you two, let's restart. My name is Issei. Kuroka. My name is Kuroka. Issei. And your little friend there, what's hers? Issei pointed at the white-haired Nico, who was naughty ground scared and nervous. Kuroka. Hey Shirin, it's okay, I don't feel any harmful intentions from him. Issei. Hey Kuroka, that look just now, the one you gave your sister, you were going to do something you'd regret, right? Kuroka. How did you KN? Issei interrupted her mid-talk. Issei. I have an older sister, every time she was going to do something she'd regret she gave off that look, but yours seemed more hurtful, don't worry, I won't push anything out of you. You Mr. Issei, thank you for helping us, my name is Shirin. Issei. Shirin, it's nice to meet you, my name is Issei. Shirin. How could I repay you for helping us, Mr. Issei? Issei. There's no need to give me anything, Shirin, thank you though. Shirin's ears slowly tilted downwards. Kuroka. She's gonna be really sad if she isn't able to give you anything, Mr. Issei. Issei. It's weird being called Mr. Issei. MHHH, how about this, Shirin? Kaneko, may I call you Kaneko? You remind me a lot about kittens. Shirin. Yes, you can call me Kaneko, can I call you Issei? Issei. But of course you can call me Issei. Now as for you, Kuroka, can you also call me Issei? Kuroka. Sure, now what was it you wanted to know? Issei. Where I for starters. Kuroka. Huh, wait, you mean you didn't know where you are? Issei. Well, the thing is. A sister's choice. Issei. Well, the thing is, I just arrived at the underworld and I heard a loud explosion, so. Kuroka. You followed it here. Issei. Yes. Kuroka. I understand now. So first things first, we should leave this place quickly, the devils will be arriving at any time now. Issei. Okay, but why? Kuroka. They'll kill us or take us in for the murder of high-ranking devil, and with no evidence to prove our innocence, we'll spend the rest of our time in jail or we'll get executed. Issei. You know, for some reason I want to tag along with you, but I gotta stay here. Kuroka. You killed him, I merely attacked him and gave him lethal injuries, if you wanna stay then. Issei. You know what, I'm going to tag along with y'all after all, so anywhere you might be headed to. Kuroka. No. We don't have a place to go to at all. At this point, we're just trying to flee and not get captured. Issei. Then come with me to my place, it's nothing much, but at least you won't have to stay outside. Issei, Kuroka and Kaneko left with Issei to the upper world. Issei was able to connect his magic circle to his last location pretty easily. Both Kuroka and Kaneko were nervous and uncertain at first, but they felt no malicious intent coming from Issei, so after a couple of minutes, they both hopped into the steaming warm shower. Odd, what's wrong with me? I just met these girls, and I invited them into my house, and I'm getting them clothing and food now. Well, I guess, they remind me of my relationship with my sister, I want these two to never get separated, Issei thought to himself as he arrived at a clothing shop. Issei bought the girls different types of clothing both in size and color. After Issei had gotten them clothing, he went to the convenience store to buy supplies such as food and towels. When Issei arrived back home, he opened and closed the door and set the bags of food down on the kitchen counter. Issei then went and set down the change of clothes with the towels for the girls who were still in the shower. Hey, I said a change of clothing with some towels on the floor for the both of you. Said Issei as he made his way back downstairs into the kitchen. Issei started to cook what he could manage to do. They're gonna hate this, Issei said. Hate what? Kuroka said as she popped up around the corner. Issei. The food, I'm not much of a cook, I haven't ever tried it and stuff, so I can't guarantee anything too good or good at all. Wow, it smells super good, Kaneko said very loudly as she ran downstairs. Kuroka. Kaneko, don't run in here, it's disrespectful. Kaneko. Oh, I'm sorry, big sister. Issei. Oh, let it go, it's fine, she can run and make as much noise as she wants. Kaneko. For real, Issei. Most certainly. Over the time of this month, Issei was training and leveling up as much as he could while spending time with Kuroka and Kaneko. Kuroka felt as if they had stayed too long at Issei's house and were taking advantage of his kindness that way. Kaneko was as happy, the happiest she had ever been in her life. Issei personally didn't want them to go, but he couldn't stop them if they wanted to, so he never brought up the idea of them leaving. Issei was kinda happy, it's been the most smooth going month of his life. Nighttime, Issei was laying on the rooftop of his house gazing at the stars thinking to himself, it's been a month, they're starting to feel uncomfortable, what should I do? What should I do? I want them to stay, but I can't stop them from doing so. Issei then overheard Kuroka tell Kaneko something. Kuroka. Kaneko, I think we're taking advantage of Issei's kindness, it's wrong, we should. Issei comes in through the open window. Issei. Are you sure? Are you sure about leaving? I'd be quiet and lonely around here without the both of you. Kuroka. Issei, thank you for what you've done for us, but I think we should. Kuroka. Are you sure? We're not doing anything around here, we're only causing you trouble. Issei. And who said that you were causing me trouble? I for one didn't say that, I find it lively and fun with talk around, I want y'all to stay but I can't stop you from going, so what'll be your choice? Kuroka. Kaneko. I don't want to go, big sister, I want to stay with you and Issei-kun. Issei. It's okay, take your time, I'm not rushing you or anything, but remember, even if you leave, you are welcome back anytime, I'll accept y'all with open arms. Issei then took his leave. The next morning Issei was about to have breakfast, but Kuroka approached him. Hey Issei, I thought about it all night, I want to stay with you, no, we're going to stay with you. After all, we're partners in crime. Kuroka had said the last part in a playful tone. Issei looked at Kuroka and smiled. Thank you for choosing to stay, Kuroka, I'm thankful. As of that day, Kuroka and Kaneko were going to stay with Issei. As the days with them turned to months, the months turned into years till 7 years passed. Geez, should I choose that or this? Issei was stressing over what they were gonna have for dinner right in front of Kuroka and Kaneko. Issei. Hey Kuroka, what do you want to have? Kuroka. Don't worry about dinner right now, I'll take care of that, you need to make sure you and Kaneko make it to school on time, it's your first day, it'll look bad if you don't make it on time. Kaneko. Melons over here is right, Issei-kun, we should get going. Kuroka. Oh, my sweet little grape of a sister is jealous of her elder sister. Issei. Okay, you two cut it out please, it's too early for this, also thank you Kuroka, I'll leave it to you. Kaneko, come on, we gotta head out. Kaneko nodded and ran after Issei, who bolted out the door. When Issei and Kaneko had arrived at school, they were just in time as the bell rang. Issei and Kaneko were in all classes together. They had checked their schedule the night before. When Issei and Kaneko went to class, the guys in the classroom looked at Kaneko and started drilling. The girls looked at Issei and murmured among themselves, he's hot, really hot, damn, he's really cute, I just wanna eat him up. These are things Issei and Kaneko could clearly hear. Kaneko was rather annoyed by this. Issei and Kaneko took their seats as the teacher walked in. All the students introduced themselves as normal and began the class session. Issei showed he really excelled in science, reading, and history, but he was horrible at math. The girls in the class found that cute. The lunch bell rang. Issei. Finally, we can go eat, you coming with? Kaneko. Yup, I'm coming, Issei-kun. Issei and Kaneko arrived at the rooftop of the school. Issei sat on the ground and Kaneko sat in his lap while already eating. Kaneko. It's very weird and uncomfortable, but for the most part I like it. Issei. Ha 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 ha, you think they might take me away, right? Kaneko. HMPH, shut up, Issei. Issei and Kaneko joked around for a little bit and decided to go back before the bell rings. After Issei got down, he was met by a lady with glasses and short hair. Young man, my name is Sona, I'm the school president, and I've been informed that 2 people went to the rooftop, that's against school policies, please don't do it again. Issei. That's so, well, we're new here, it's nice to meet you Sona, my name is Issei, and her name is Kaneko. Sona. So both of you are the big fuss around the school. Issei. Haha, yeah, my bad, I didn't mean to be a big deal. Sona. There's no need to apologize, it's their wrongdoings. Issei and Sona talked for a couple more minutes as parted ways. Almost the whole time they talked Sona kept glancing over at Kaneko who had a lollipop in her mouth the whole time. Kaneko? You think she knows? Kaneko nodded in agreement as she started walking with Issei back to class. The cult research club. Issei? It can it be? Said a young woman. Is there something the matter? Asked a girl with blue eyes and red hair. Boss fight. Issei? It can it be? Said a young woman. Is there something the matter? Asked a girl with blue eyes and red hair. No, it's just it might be someone I know, the young lady replied to the redhead. When classes ended, Issei and Kaneko went straight home to the now waiting Kuroka, who was starving. Kuroka, we're home, Issei said as they opened the outside door. About time, I was starving, said the hungry Nico. Issei. Why didn't you eat? Kuroka. Because I'd be no fun eating by myself. Kaneko. So in other words, melons here is lonely. Kuroka. Oh my, is that so, my little grape? Issei. You two never cease to amaze me, you two fight each other more than anyone in the world. Kaneko. No, it's not. Issei. Haha, hey, I'm going to power up more, I'll see the both you later. Kuroka. Kaneko. Good luck, can't wait to see you soon, Issei-kun. Flashback. Issei was 10 years old and 6 months into living with Kuroka and Kaneko. Issei. Hey Kuroka, Kaneko, I need to tell you both something. Issei told the both girls the way he had been obtaining strength, and quickly both girls were startled at first, but quickly accepted Issei's words. End of flashback. Alright, let go system, Issei said as the system opened the gateway. 30 minutes later, Issei was fighting giant spiders on a tree. Issei. What level are these swamp spiders? System. System. Race. Swamp spider. Rank. Juvenile. Level 60, 120. Health. 2371, 11,000. Stamina. 1421, 5,000. Strength. 900. Speed. 326. Endurance. 101. Defense. 79. Magic power. 0. Skills ability. Flying webs, poisonous fang, paralysis, vibration sense, quick strike, spider grip. Alright, show me my stat system. System. Race. Human. Rank. Level 73. XP, 14,000, 37,600. Health. 13,901, 15,700. Stamina. 21,017, 23,000. Strength. 2,905. Speed. 1,573. Endurance. 907. Defense. 1,200. Magic power. 130. Skills ability. Inspect, Sharingan, Excalibur rapidly, Wolves Calling, Sharpen Claws, Mighty Hunter, Intimidation, Aura Sense, Enhanced Senses, Faster Healing, Magic, Apex Predator, Senjutsu, Magic Strike, Magic Arrow, Magic Tracing, Grave Robber, Healing Enhanced Reaction, Flying Webs, Poisonous Fang, Paralysis, Vibration Sense, Quick Strike, Spider Grip, Armored Scales, Croc Grip, Swim, Diving Master, Clear Vision, Night Vision, Leech. Points. 0. Issei. Looks like I'm still stronger by tons, but their stats keep raising. Well, at any rate, it would take me a lot longer to find this boss without these spiders' abilities like Spider Grip. This allows me to walk on trees easily without holding onto them. Issei was growing impatient as the creatures in Quest Area 2 could no longer give him the XP necessary to level up. And he couldn't gain any new skills from them, as every time he killed them he gained their abilities. The problem that Issei was coming across was that under the swamp there were canals with very dangerous creatures lurking within them. Not on top of that, each quest area was about as big as a continent. System. Boss creature location detected, 1,000 yards forward. Boss creature's current status is hunting. Issei. Yes, finally I can kill this thing. Issei lunged out full speed, destroying many trees, and within a few seconds Issei was right over the boss creature. Issei. Inspect. System. Race. Mega Crocodile. Rank. Alpha. Health. 14,000, 14,000. Stamina. 1,200, 1,200. Strength. 4,000. Speed. 130 at highest for using lunge. 700. Endurance. 1,900. Defense. 5,197. Magic power. 60. Skills ability. Megabyte, Iron Defense, Reflecting Scales, Jaw Trap, Calls of the Alligators, Rolling, Effect Cancelling. So all the bosses are special grade, said Issei as he frowned. The boss lunged out of the water trying to catch Issei with Megabyte. Issei dodged that attack with ease. Issei fought using lots of techniques he picked up in the swamps like alligators' weaknesses. Issei used the alligator's turn radius against itself while using leech on the gator. Issei's plan was to weaken the alligator by making it tired and slower. 12 minutes later, Issei messed up by thinking the alligator was out of stamina, and as a result of that Issei was grabbed by the alligator with mega bite and jaw trap, as well as effect cancelling, then it started rolling. Ag, screamed Issei as the bite force and pressure of the alligator's bite were unimaginable. Issei felt as if he was being crushed by multiple boulders on top having sharp teeth in his body. I have to get out of this, Issei screamed out all while gasping for air. System health dropped from 13,901 to 9,071. Bite pressure damage 9,071, 8,700, 7,500, 6,800, 5,503. Warning, less than half health remaining. Issei. I'll just unload a shit ton of magic into you. Issei started to use magic strike repeatedly in the alligator's mouth. Each Issei kept doing this for a few seconds. The alligator let him go as it was really hurt. The alligator's health was 4,309, 14,000, while Issei's at this point was 3,978, 15,700. When Issei got freed, Issei jumped to the safety of the trees which were really high. Damn it, I could have died just now. If I hadn't dropped my guard I wouldn't be in this situation right now. Issei said as he pressed his body next to the tree as to rest from the trauma his body just felt. Issei. System, how long will it take for me to heal back to half? System. It will take about. Danger, danger, colossal spider boss detected 4 feet above you. Issei looked up the instant he heard spider and used lots of his strength to push himself off the tree and into another one. Issei. What? 2 bosses. System. System. Race. Colossal spider. Rank. Alpha. Stamina. 9,000, 9,000. Strength. 1,302. Speed. 704. Endurance. 404. Defense. 900. Magic power. 37. Skills. Death venom, flying webs, poisonous fang, paralysis, vibration sense, quick strike, spider grip, long jump. Long jump, Issei said out loud as he jumped to another tree. As Issei did that, the spider jumped onto the same tree as Issei. The spider kept chasing Issei. After a while Issei was able to find out the spider's weakness as he did with the alligator. Its weakness is rather simple. Its eyesight is one of them. Because of its weak eyesight it needs to depend on its sense of smell to find me. Also, this one can't jump small distances. On top of this, if I attack its abdomen it'll take extra damage by 3 times. This fight is about intelligence, speed and timing. Issei used these advantages he had against the spider, and within 13 minutes he had killed it and gained its abilities. Death venom will not kill creatures ranked as bosses, it'll only cause damage over time. Issei. Now as for you down there, I'm coming for you. Issei went back down there and started fighting with it, but this time Issei wasn't underestimating the creature. After another 15 minutes Issei was able to kill the other boss and take its abilities too. Issei. Damn, its iron defense was blocking lots of the damage from my attacks. God, lots of things happened today. I almost died, I had to fight 2 bosses, and I gained lots of abilities and Issei was cut off by the system. System. Issei, your kill storage is full. You are also ready to go into quest area 3, but in accordance with your health, you're not permitted to remain in the quest area until health bar is fully recovered. Issei. What? Wait, kill storage? What's this about? Issei. That seems useful. What's the storage number? System. The current amount is 14,000. Issei. What the buck, how strong are they? System. Their strength are divided into the half when resurrected. Furthermore, their appearance changes completely. They look like black shadows with blue mixed into it. Issei, you will be forced into your last known location before entering the quest area in 543210. Issei returned. Upon returning, Issei fell to the ground as his healing factor had failed to kick in, and as a result of that Issei collapsed as he returned. Kuroka and Kaneko ran into the living room as they smelled large amounts of blood and the scent of Issei all over. When they arrived to the living room, they had seen Issei extremely hurt near death at this point. Kaneko, sit him up right now, I'll go get a towels. Also, while I do that, hold him close to you and use senjutsu to slowly heal his wound. Kuroka said in a hurry with fear in her voice. Kuroka left to go get the towels and came back. She then started to apply pressure to the wounds to stop the blood from coming out. By then end of the whole ordeal, Kuroka's and Kaneko's hands were all bloodstained and lots of towels were soaked in blood. Issei's wound was closed and both girls sighed in relief. That was single-handedly the moment in time they were scared most. Both girls stripped Issei of his bloodstained clothing and slowly and gently they placed him in the bathtub where they proceeded to bathe him. Next morning, when Issei awoke he felt fresh and new, as the system had healed him, when the effects of the alligator's bite which contained effect cancelling stopped, but when he woke up, he'd see the sight of Kuroka and Kaneko both sleeping next to him. Kuroka was on his left, and Kaneko was in his right, they had both held onto one of Issei's arms. Kuroka was the first to awaken mere moments after Issei. Kuroka. Hey, are you okay? Issei. Yeah, why? Kuroka. When you came back you were bleeding a lot, the wounds were so big, you didn't respond to us, we were scared, so we did everything we could to help. Issei. Oh, so that's what happened. Kuroka, thank you so much, I can't begin to imagine what you and Kaneko went through, I'm truly sorry. Issei. Hey Kuroka. Kuroka R18. Issei. Hey Kuroka, where's my clothing? Kuroka stared intently at Issei, she then swayed her hand onto Issei's exposed chest, which had perfectly sized muscles, not too much or big, but not too little or small amounts. Kuroka then started to slowly move her hand slowly up along Issei's body, with the tip of her finger in a seductive way. Issei was still covered halfway by the bright red blanket, why don't we do something fun? Just you and me, Kuroka whispered in Issei's ear seductively. Issei. KK Kuroka, I don't. Issei was falling into the depths of his sexual desires. Kuroka. Oh my, looks like he's awake already, standing so tall and strong, I wonder what I could do to relieve you of your sexual desires that are eating you alive. Naya. Kuroka. Fufu. By this point Issei was completely seduced. But unknowingly to Issei, not Kaneko, Kuroka was in heat. Kuroka reached in for a kiss which Issei was more than willing to return. Kuroka and Issei kissed each other, and as that happened Kuroka pressed her body closer onto Issei's body. Kuroka, Kaneko's here, Issei said very faintly and weakly. Don't worry about Kaneko, let's just focus on each other, Kuroka said very active as she blushed. Kuroka started to undress from top to bottom slowly, she then got on top of Issei, who was laying down looking straight into her eyes. Issei. Kuroka, I want to feel you, I want to be. Interrupted by Kuroka. Kuroka. One with me, silly, I already know what you were going to say, I also want to be one with you, let's become one together. Kuroka then reached out to Issei, hugging him while closing her eyes. Issei moved very slowly and came in contact with Kuroka's second set of lips. Issei took a moment and slowly inserted his hick into Kuroka's hussy. Issei felt something in the way but decided to thrust slowly. Issei could only describe the feeling as incredible. As he pushed it in further it got tighter, and his hick would get sucked in even further. Issei reached the end of Kuroka's hussy and stood motionless. He checked up on her every few seconds, asking her if she was okay, if she wanted to stop, but she insisted that he kept going. Issei looked at Kuroka, who was bleeding a little bit from her hussy. You can move now, Kuroka said, blushing with a gaze in her eyes that could only be described by their love for each other. 25 minutes later, Issei and Kuroka were still going at it. Another 25 later, both had changed positions and were now in the cowgirl position. Every time he penetrates and pulls away from me, it passes and rubs my cervix. The feeling of my orgasm building up over time feels incredible. It's felt like less than 20 minutes, but I know it's been longer. Since we've started I've had 2 orgasms, and now my third is on the way. Issei. Kuroka. Issei. Both Issei and Kuroka reached their climaxes. Kuroka. When Issei awoke he looked to his left and saw Kuroka was still asleep. He then looked to his right and didn't see Kaneko. Issei figured Kaneko had gone to school. Meanwhile Kaneko, who was at school, was sad and bitter about what happened earlier. The lady with red hair approached Kaneko with her friends. Hello there, my name is Rias Gamerissei and these are my friends, may we have a chat with you? Asked Rias. Go away, leave me alone, Kaneko said coldly but saddened. Something seems to be troubling you, Rias said with a gentle tone in her voice. Another girl spoke out, you know it's not always good to keep things bottled up inside. My name is Akeno, it's a pleasure to meet you, Akeno said with a smile. Rias. Akeno, leave it, let's not be pushy on her personal matters. Akeno. Oh, I didn't mean to push you on the subject, Kaneko. Kaneko. Fine, it's Issei, he. The girl amongst Ria's group spoke out, Issei Hyoudou. What happened, is he alright? The girl by the name of Kquime asked. Kaneko. And who are you? Kquime. I'm Kquime Hyoudou, Issei's elder sister. Kaneko. Why would you want to know anything about him? Y'all left him all by himself when he was 10 years old, y'all left him to fend for himself, no money, nothing. Kquime looked down in shame. I know that, it teared me up every day for the last 7 years, it still tears me apart even now. Kaneko. Don't talk about Issei in front of me. Kaneko had said that with a cold, serious tone, she then gave Kquime a look of pity. Rias. Okay everyone, let's calm down here, seems like Issei is very important to the both of you. Kaneko. Issei's fine, he just did something. Rias. Very well, it's reassuring to know that Issei is fine, but Kaneko, may we talk in my club room? Kaneko? Sure, redhead. Rias and her group alongside Kaneko went to the club room where they started to talk. Rias. So Kaneko, I have a couple questions for you, let's start with why are you here? In devil territory. Kaneko? I live close by here, that's why. Kaneko? Yes, he does. Rias. Okay, now for the third question, will you join me? If you choose to join me, you and Issei will be under the protection of us, the Gamerissei. Kaneko? No. Rias. Huh. Kaneko? That's right, if I join you, I won't be a pure Nekomata anymore, furthermore we don't need your protection, we're perfectly fine, also I can't make this decision on my own. Rias. If that's your choice, then let's leave it at that. I wonder, will he come to school today or will he stay? Kaneko has said to herself in her head. Rias and her group talked to Kaneko for a bit longer, until Kaneko took her leave. Kaneko went up to the rooftops where she and Issei hang out all the time and sat down in the same spot Issei always did. Kaneko? Idiot. Issei. There you are, Kaneko, I figured you'd be here. Flags back. Issei. Kuroka, correct me if I'm wrong, but Kaneko was also on the bed, right? I can't remember too much. Kuroka. Well, let's see, when we woke up. Kuroka gasped in shock, covering her mouth with her hand. Kuroka then took a moment to readjust herself. Kuroka. Issei, Kaneko was on the bed, and with the noise we made she definitely woke up. Issei. Damn it, this is my fault, I should go and find her. Kuroka. Issei, remember it's not your fault, it's our fault, also I wish you the best of luck. Issei then headed out to school. When Issei had arrived at the school, he think of where Kaneko could be, so he started making his way to the rooftop where they'd always hang out. And thus he found Kaneko there. Issei. Hey Kaneko. Kaneko R18 Grand Fight P1. Issei. Hey Kaneko, you were awake this morning, I know you heard it, all of it, I want to apologize for what me and Kuroka did. I'm sorry Kaneko for doing such things in the same room as you, it won't happen again. Kaneko? Dummy, can't you tell? Kaneko had tears flowing down her cheeks. Kaneko? I'm in love with you so much that it hurts so much seeing you giving women attention, you choose her, dummy. Kaneko had started crying her heart out. Issei. Then let your pain be my pain, and my pain be yours. Kaneko? Issei. Kaneko, I love you as well, and if it means you'll end up hating me for actions, I'll still keep loving you for now and forever. Issei walked slowly to the crying yet surprised Kaneko, and he hugged her tightly, saying these words, I choose both of you, I want both of you in my life, forever. Kaneko slowly stopped crying and was very happy hearing say that he chose both of them. Hey Issei, could we do the same thing you did to Kuroka did? Asked Kaneko, who was a little all over the place emotionally. Issei. Kaneko, I'd be glad to, but we're at school. Kaneko. That doesn't matter to me, but if you don't want to, it's fine. Issei looked at Kaneko with a glare full of confusion and lust. Issei. Very well then, Kaneko, allow me to do the work from here on out. Issei reached out and kissed Kaneko. Issei then pinned Kaneko to the door that led up to the rooftops while kissing her uncontrollably. I'll start now, Kaneko, Issei said as he slowly moved his hand up Kaneko's skirt. Kaneko flinched to the feeling of another's hand touching that place. In her thoughts, Kaneko. This feels different, it feels better than touching myself in that spot. After a few minutes or so of Issei touching Kaneko in her vaginal area, he slowly pulled her panties down. Issei and Kaneko then positioned themselves in the doggy-style position. Issei. Kaneko, don't tense up, relax your muscles, it'll make it less painful. Kaneko. Oh okay. Issei then very slowly made his way in taking her virginity, Issei kept thrusted, slowly adjusting Kaneko to the feeling. After Kaneko was ready and adjusted sort completely, Issei thrusted all the way in with lots of force. This act would continue for an hour and a half. Issei. We should stop for now, I'd like to keep going, but we'll get caught. Kaneko. Oh okay Issei-kun. Issei and Kaneko left school way before it was time for release. Back at the house, when Issei and Kaneko had arrived, Kuroka was sitting on the couch waiting for Issei and Kaneko to arrive. Kuroka. Oh, is that what happened? Fufu. Issei. What are you okay about this time? Kuroka. Issei. Kaneko is silent and blushing sorta, her energy is a lot more different, furthermore she's limping, she seems to have already left what happened this morning in the past, I could wonder what happened, all my sweet little sister has finally grown up. Naya. Issei. Seriously, Senjutsu is a snitch in all ways. Kaneko was still dazed by everything that happened. Kuroka. Issei. Kaneko, did you two clean up? Issei. What? Kuroka. Kaneko still has my Issei's precious baby seeds in her. Kaneko, I'll help you clean up, go to the bathroom, I'll be there in a second. Kaneko. Okay elder sister. Kaneko went upstairs into the bathroom. Kuroka. Now onto you Issei, are you truly okay with us both? Issei. Kuroka, I choose both of you, of course I'm okay with it, actually I'm incredibly happy about it. Hiroka broke character for a couple of seconds and blushed and made a very feminine huh. Hiroka then gave Issei a mocking look followed by a cute yet troubling smile. Issei. Why that store? That's the farthest one. Hiroka looked at Issei with a blank expression until Issei felt uncomfortable. Issei. Fine I'll do it. Issei left to go to the grocery store all the way on the other side of the city. As Issei and whose way there Hiroka went upstairs and into the bathroom to where she helped Kaneko clean up. Hiroka. Hey Kaneko, how about we do something for Issei when he gets back? Kaneko. What is it? Hiroka. I won't say much but let's enjoy ourselves. Kaneko. Huh. About halfway to his destination Issei felt someone watching him. It's someone who he's seen before and she wasn't alone. Issei kept walking for about 5 minutes and made a sharp turn, testing the stalkers. Group followed right behind. When they turned the corner they'd see Issei standing there with his hands in his pockets. He then gave them a sharp glare with intimidation activated. So you spotted us after all, impressive, I bring you a proposal, it'll benefit you A mysterious person couldn't finish as Issei raised his hand and created a barrier that placed them in another dimension identical to the one they were in. The person Sona was kicked in the stomach very hard. Sona coughed up blood from the kick. Her other followers tried to attack Issei, but Issei just activated his 3 Tomo Sharingan and placed them under a Jinjutsu. They all collapsed not dead but unconscious. Issei. I have a proposal for you, how about you stop following me and never do it again. If you take it up I won't kill you, so how about it? Sona. Do you know what you've just done? There will be consequences for this. Sona pulled out a paper with a magic circle written in it, she then ripped it apart activating the circle. After the flash of light a girl who looked nothing identical to Sona came out wondering why she was there. Sona's sister coughed odd. Sona passed out. Seraphol. Huh sister? Why's there blood? Seraphol was angered. She looked at Issei had a nonchalant expression in his face. Seraphol. Was it you? Did you do this to my sister? Issei. Issei dodged out of the way of Seraphol's punch. Issei. So this is what we're gonna do, very well, system compare our stats. System. Issei, your remaining points were put into your stats, you were also awarded the title of Boss Layer, your stats have been altered by rank Boss Layer. Seraphol's stats are slanted. System. Name. Issei Hyoudou. Name. Seraphol Leviathan. Race. Human. Race. Devil. Rank. Boss Layer. Rank. Satan. Level 82. Level. 80. Health. 70,000. 70,000. Health. 150,000. 150,000. Stamina. 48,000. 48,000. Stamina. 57,000. 57,000. Strength. 7,000. Strength. 17,000. Speed. 5,821. Speed. 3,205. Endurance. 15,840. Endurance. 11,000. Defense. 8,197. Defense. 8,900. Magic power. 6,870. Magic power. 13,052. Of course she's stronger than me, I can win this. She's enraged and skills matter tons, but with Excalibur rapidly this'll end quicker, Issei said as he summoned Excalibur rapidly and looked at Seraphol flexing his Sharingan. Grand fight P2 end. When Issei flexed his Sharingan and looked at Seraphol, he tried to place her in a Jinjutsu but failed. Issei. So I can't place people who are stronger than me in magic into Jinjutsus. Seraphol dashed out to him unleashing many physical attacks fortified by magic. Something good about the Sharingan is that I can guess their next move with incredible accuracy. Issei told himself while dodging Seraphol's every strike with ease. Seraphol. You tried to kill my sister. Issei. No I didn't, I just punched her. The fact that you haven't even landed a strike on me proves that I'm strong enough to keep up with you, so if I was trying to kill her, I would have already done it. Seraphol. Shut up then, why is she bleeding so much? Issei. As I said, I punched her, I didn't expect it to do that much damage, but I guess that doesn't matter seeing as your intent right now is to kill me, nothing else. Issei kept dodging Seraphol's strikes and even magic attacks for another 4 minutes. While this was happening, the other devil leaders were trying to locate the dimension Issei and Seraphol were fighting in. Surziches. Graphia, did we find them yet? Graphia. We've almost located them, also the other devil leaders are in their way as we speak. In the room where Surziches and Graphia were, many devils started appearing with magic circles. Surziches. Lord Phoenix, I presume you understand what's going on. Lord Phoenix. Of course, Seraphol's unleashing her power and she seems to be using it. 5 minutes would pass and there were now a total of 20 high rank and go devils and 2 of the great faction leaders. Graphia. Surziches, we've located them, I'll open a magic circle to their area now. Back with Issei, who was now actually fighting Seraphol's. Issei. You're strong but I'm faster. Seraphol. Issei had just slashed Serafal with Excalibur rapidly, but regardless of the slash Serafal kept fighting and even hit Issei a couple of times. Then out of nowhere, Issei managed to use Enhanced Senses and Apex Predator together. He unlocked a new ability called Superior Predator. Superior Predator makes user much more intimidating and gives him enhanced physical attributes, far beyond his original limitations for a temporary amount of time. Strength. 7,000 to 16,000 for 10 minutes. Issei. I feel more stronger now. Issei, using all of his speed, flew right past Serafal's defense and uppercut her so hard she lost balance and felt dizzy when she landed, and in this short period of time, where she was dizzy, Issei got many more hit into Serafal. Issei even used some other skills such as Paralysis, Poisonous Fang and Sharpened Claws on her Serafal's health, dropped from 150,000 73,873. Issei kept slashing at her with Excalibur as well. Serafal was paralyzed, and with Issei's immense speed and strength he was making quick work of Serafal, who was still enraged. Her health dropped once again from 73,873 3,981, and as Issei was going to knock her out, a magic circle started to appear. Issei. Looks like I've got uninvited guest arriving. When the magic circle finished and the light died down. There were quite a few devils. It wasn't just the 20 high-ranking devils, but Issei knows 3 of the devils very well. Serziches. What, Serafal? She's almost dead. Hey, you get away from Serafal. Issei. Geez, you're very loud, keep it down a bit, I can hear you. Issei, what are you doing here, said a woman in the crowd. She then walked out with a confused look. Issei. Kquime, it's been a while, but now is not the time to talk. That punk's actually alive, hahaha. One of the other members of the crowd said. This time it was a male. Another 2 laugh out to what the other man had said. Issei. Dare, you're still as ugly as the last day I saw you. Your voice sounds annoying as well, so you better keep your mouth shut if you don't want to be eating through a tube for the rest of your life. Issei said with his Sharingan flexing, leaving a trail of red light. Eru. The hell you think you're talking to, Ray? Hahaha, we should teach the idiot manners. Well, we're at it too, he'll call us master just like a dog. Eru. Hell yeah. Eru and Gray both lunged out at Issei, but Issei just looked at them and placed them under a Jinjutsu where they were supposedly fight Issei, but in reality they were fighting each other. Issei. Now that those 2 are taken care of, I guess I'll test something out. In her mind, Issei. System, how do I summon those dead things? System. You say rise my soldiers, or you could raise your hand up in the air and say something cool while wanting to summon them. Issei. Haha. Issei raised his hand up in the air slowly. Oh, slain creatures that lurk within my shadow, come to me and serve me, show me your power. As Issei finished saying that, tons of creatures, spiders, wolves, alligators and even the alpha demon wolf, colossal spider and mega croc appeared. Tons of creatures that radiated dark aura rose from the ground. Serziches. What is this? Lord Phoenix. The dead. Everyone there was shocked seeing the dead rise at Issei's command. Not only that, but in Issei's other hand there was an Excalibur, and his eyes felt very powerful and frightening to most of the devils there. Issei's creatures will be called shadows. Issei. Now attack. All the 14,000 creatures ran at top speeds headed to the 20 devils, the 2 other devils. As the shadows engaged in combat with the devils, tons of lower level shadows were killed fairly quickly, but the middle class shadows stood better in combat, with the high classes being the alphas. They were extremely hard to fight. 5 minutes after the fight had started, of 20 original high-ranking devils, there were only 8 left, as the others had been killed by the Mega Croc. Seems like they're not hooked up to my magic storage, but they're hooked to the system, Issei was thinking while all this bloodshed was taking place. Issei. My shadows stop. Issei walked to the dead bodies of the high-ranking devils and made them into his shadows as well. There's 2 different storages where the dead are held, the first being the one for the creatures of the quest areas, and the second the one for the places outside of the quest areas, Issei said out loud, lost in thought. Issei. Oh, that's right, there seems to be 8 more devils, but there's also those 2, so 10 of you. Serziches, Graphy and Lord Phoenix had no damage done to them, as they were easily able to take out the shadows that came their way. Serziches. Issei, was it? Why have you done all of this? Issei. System, name. Issei, name. Serziches, race. Human, race. Pure blood devil, rank. Boss layer, rank. Great Satan, level. 82. Level 180. Health. 53,000, 70,000, health. 500,000, 500,000, stamina. 23,480, 48,000, stamina. 100,000, 100,000, strength. 7,000, strength. 16,000, speed. 5,821, speed. 4,900, endurance. 15,840, endurance. 14,000, defense. 8,197, defense. 12,009, magic power. 6,870, magic power. 72,000, Issei. Yet again they're stronger than me. Surziches. So Issei your answer? Issei. I was being stalked by a few devils so I confronted them and beat them not to kill, but to put them into an unconscious state, but as that happens that girl came along and got mad, so she attacked me and well you see. Surziches. So they're the aggressors, Issei may you forgive Serafol. I'm sure she didn't mean any harm after I explain the situation to her she'll understand. Issei. HMPH sure whatever. Eru. The hell. We were just fighting you what's why try all of these black things around us. Ray. They're mocking us, they think that because there's more of them they have the advantage. Rafia. Shut it you two you're merely weak puppets to your parents. Surziches. Issei do you mind going to this place at this time? We want to talk about everything that happened and what you plan to do later in the future. Issei. No. Issei created a magic circle and left the dimension that he was in. Issei then got what he needed to get by Kuroka's wishes and he then made his way back home. Issei. Kuroka, Kaneko I'm back. Could you come up to your room hollered Kuroka from Issei's room. Sure Issei responded. Issei made his way to his room and when he walked in the door behind him shut and right before his very eyes laid Kaneko and Kuroka both wearing Nico's R18. Issei made his way to his room and when he walked in, the door behind him shut and right before his very eyes laid Kaneko and Kuroka both wearing kimonos on the bed. Kuroka was wearing her standard black kimono while Kaneko was wearing a white kimono with pink patterns. When Issei had looked at both girls, it didn't take more than a few seconds for his to awaken. Issei. TTH this is well interrupted, turning you on? Spoke Kuroka in a sadistic way. Kaneko. Well don't just stand there it's embarrassing blushing. Kuroka. Phew I think that both Isseis should join us, don't you think Kaneko? Kaneko nodded giving Kuroka her answer while embarrassed. Issei couldn't say much and didn't as he got dragged down onto the bed by Kuroka. Needless to say Kuroka was the first to enjoy herself as she unzipped the part of the pants that held Issei's. She then reveled to Issei that she wasn't wearing anything beneath the kimono. Kuroka stood on top of Issei as her golden amber eyes glimmered and stared deep into Issei's eyes. She then started purring as she slowly inserted Issei hick into her. Kaneko. Hey it's not fair you're keeping Issei all to yourself. Kuroka. I'm not keeping him all to myself dear sister, you still have a spot right there. Kuroka then looked at Issei's face who was currently drowning in pleasure. Kaneko started blushing even more so than she was a couple moments before. Kuroka grabbed Kaneko's hand and pulled her closely and with the other hand, she elegantly grabbed her chin and said, are you afraid? If so I'll definitely keep Issei for myself and only for myself. Kaneko really shocked by Kuroka's current actions and boldness just went with the flow. Kaneko was led by Kuroka onto Issei's face where she'd ultimately be eaten out by Issei like a wild animal, while Issei did his part Kaneko and Kuroka were making out intensely, and after 15 minutes of the positions were switched now Kuroka was being eaten out while Kaneko enjoyed her time. Kuroka Kaneko and Issei would then spend the rest of the night trying new things, they ended right as the sun rose, and of course Issei fell asleep as Kuroka and Kaneko did the same right before him. The intense stimulations and climaxes all three of them had all night were too much for them to handle, considering the fact that all three of them were extremely new to this. 11 hours later, Issei. Yawning we slept in didn't we well I guess it's for the best part it's been heck of night fir's the fight and. Issei looked at both still sleeping girls and told himself that no matter what happens he will always protect them even if it costs his life, he will keep on protecting them for eternity. Issei. I should go to the quest area, I have a lot more powering up to do if I want to make sure I'm able to protect them from everyone no matter who it is. So Issei dressed up and took off to the quest area. When he arrived there he'd find himself around canyons which were surrounded by two different deserts, one being an Arctic desert and the other one an arid desert. Issei. System what's the safest route? System. There are not safe routes. Issei. Damn I'd like to examine the creatures of this area before I fighting with them, but I guess that won't be happening. System what's the closest creature to us? System. The closest creature is currently right below you. Instantly Issei jumped while looking below himself. When Issei jumped he'd see the sand he was on sink in, it looks like a whirlpool, and I have a feeling of what it might be. System. Sand striker. Level. 63. Health. 11,000. Stamina. 1,600. Strength. 14,009. Speed. 5,000. Endurance. 197. Defense. 0. Magic power. 0. Skills ability. Sink, dig, jaw trap, rotation, reattach, replicate lost segments, exact location, easy terrain movement. Issei landed on a rock that was sticking out of the ground. Issei. It doesn't have much going for it, but its moment abilities are great, especially for this area. System what else is around us? System. There is a swarm of sand strikers moving to your current location, the estimated time it'll take them to be here is 4 minutes. Issei. They're very sensitive to movements and noise, I can use this to my advantage. Issei looked at the ground and created a magic strike that carried lots of magic. He then shot it at ground, and as he did that the sand striker leaped over to the direction of the noise. Issei, seeing the opportunity, summoned Excalibur and slashed the body of the sand striker in half. Grave Robber. As Issei used the skill Grave Robber, he took all of the abilities of the sand striker. It seems that my luck is about to come to an end soon, Issei said as he looked at the sky, and a shadow far far above him screeched. The monster and the skies quickly flew away from the area. Issei. I should prepare for this, it feels like something big is going to start soon. System. Issei, event quest has popped up. Issei. Event. System. Affirmative. The event is called the Trails of Misfortunes. There will be a series of attacks from monsters in the form of waves. Issei. I have a question about events, what's unique about them? System. Events aren't just limited to the quest areas, they may take form in the world you're from. Furthermore, the creatures of events do not give XP, nor information about themselves. On top of that, the weakest creatures vary from rank alpha. Catastrophic. Issei. What's a catastrophic class? How much stronger is it than me? System. A catastrophic class will kill you within seconds of the fight. Not much information is available, but they are capable of thinking for themselves. Their IQ ranges from 250 to 300. Their sole reason to live is to fight and kill, but all catastrophic classes are uniquely different. Issei. This event, how many will be summoned? System. One catastrophic class will be present near the end of the event. Issei. Name the ranks by order. System. 1.end. 2. Rika. 3.catastrophic. 4.zetsubmtiki. 5. Kirai. 6.mythic. 7.jin. 8.catalyst. 9.sagai. 10.alpha. Issei. How long till the event reaches its climax? System. Currently there is 2 months. Issei. I'll have to get stronger if I want to beat this event. As Issei was talking, something approached Issei from behind at high speed and Dragonborn. As Issei was talking, something approached Issei from behind at high speed and tried to strike him down, but Issei activated the skill Iron Defense and Armored Scales and was easily able to tank the whole attack from the creature that had just attacked him. Fast but not strong enough, Issei said as he activated his Sharingan and blitzed right behind the creature. Interesting, I've read about these in stories, so you're a Dragonborn. Issei was baffled as to why a Dragonborn was in such an environment. Issei. System. I want to see its stats. System. Race. Dragonborn. Rank. Fire. Dragonborn. Health. 27,000, 27,000. Stamina. 13,000, 13,000. Strength. 11,000. Speed. 9,980. Endurance. 10,000. Defense. 17,000. Magic power. 6,000. Skill abilities. Dragon's Breath, Flame Punch, Charisma, Rage Mode, Healing, Enhanced Strength, Defense, Flight, Scattered Embers, Flaming Scales, 75% Flame Resistant, 100% Flame Effects Damage, Fire Claws, Fire Avatar. Issei. Its fire abilities are excellent, now I want them for myself, so ready yourself. Dragonborn. Issei summoned Excalibur rapidly and slashed upwards at the Dragonborn, and in response the Dragonborn sprayed Issei with Dragon's Breath. As he took the attack, he noticed that it was quite powerful, but wasn't doing much damage currently, as the wielder wasn't as magically strong as him. When Issei came out of the smoke unscathed, the Dragonborn looked surprised, so Issei used Intimidation alongside Apex Predator in order to obtain the skill Predator's Fear. Issei looked at the Dragonborn with his Sharingan and Predator's Fear activated, and all Issei had seen was a scared expression on its face. The Dragonborn was seeing a giant dark aura with red eyes and strong levels of holy elements around the area. Issei rose his hand as he called upon his Shadow Army commanders, those being the Mega Croc and the Colossal Spider, and as the Mega Croc appeared it lunged at the Dragonborn and caught it. As that happened, the Colossal Spider paralysis on the Dragonborn. When the Dragonborn was immobilized completely, Issei walked slowly towards the Dragonborn. After a few seconds, and one good look at the Dragonborn, Issei buried Excalibur rapidly into the creature's heart, killing it instantly. Issei made sure to use the skill Grave Robber to obtain its abilities. Issei. Every time I come into the quest area something new always happens. It's incredible the amount of skills or abilities one could gain in there easily with the right set of skills. Issei then went around killing and studying lots of the native monster in the area, and after about 3 hours he'd leave the quest area. At home, Issei. Kurok, Kaneko, something's gonna pop up later, bad things are coming, very very soon. So it's about time I'll gain strength. Kuroka. Huh. But that's a lot of work, and plus I'm gonna be tired all the time. Kaneko. Hey sack of meat, if you keep it up this way I'll definitely take Issei for myself. Kurok. Oh my, it looks like the cutting board is talking. Kaneko. Keep saying that, you'll see, all you are is dead weight, you stupid cow. Kuroka. Fufu, my looks like my dear little sister's jealous of me, and my Issei spoke out. Issei. Looks like the only time the both of you are ever at a truce is in bed, y'all should act more sister-like and not fight all the time. Kuroka. We're not fighting, this is just sisterly love. Naya. In her thoughts, Issei. Every time she says Naya it melts my heart. Issei chatted with the girls for a little longer and they all agreed that they would have to start training together and hard. 1 month. Issei. System, when will the waves start? System. The exact date is unknown, but the current estimated time in which the event wave will start is for 10 days. Issei. We don't have much time left, but the fact of the matter is I'm lot stronger than I was a month ago, with even more training with Senjutsu and learning techniques, with the added help of the quest areas, I was able to improve by tons. Name. Issei Hyoudou. Race. Human. Rank. Level 82. XP, 32,908, 364,000. Health. 130,000. Stamina. 73,000, 73,000. Strength. 14,000. Speed. 9,724. Endurance. 18,326. Defense. 13,702. Magic power. 17,000. Skills abilities. Inspect, Sharingan, Excalibur rapidly, Wolves Calling, Sharpened Claws, Mighty Hunter, Intimidation, Aura Sense, Enhanced Senses, Faster Healing, Magic, Apex Predator, Senjutsu, Magic Strike, Magic Arrow, Magic Tracing, Grave Robber, Healing Enhanced Reaction, Flying Webs, Poisonous Fang, Paralysis, Vibration Sense, Quick Strike, Spider Grip, Armored Scales, Croc Grip, Swim, Diving Master, Clear Vision, Night Vision, Leech, Death Venom, Long Jump, Megabyte, Iron Defense, Reflecting Scales, Jaw Trap, Calls of the Alligators, Rolling, Effect Cancelling, Sink, Dig, Jaw Trap, Rotation, Reattach, Replicate Lost Segments, Exact Location, Easy Terrain Movement, Dragon's Breath, Flame Punch, Charisma, Rage Mode, Healing, Enhanced Strength Defense, Flight, Scattered Embers, Flaming Scales, 75% Flame Resistant, 100% Flame Effects Damage, Fire Claws, Fire Avatar. End of skills. Man, I think I'm in the clear for at least the first 2 waves of the event, Issei said as he laid down on the bed. Kuroka and Kaneko slowly crept up to Issei who was lost in thought and as they did every night, they'd end up doing what Kuroka calls lovey-dovey mating. Issei woke up the next morning feeling drained but curious of what Surziches had wanted to talk about the other day 1 month ago. So Issei left the girls asleep and unbothered and made his way to where Surziches had wanted to meet. The first time, Issei not expecting him to be there still went and when Issei arrived he'd seen none other than Meeting date P1. When Issei arrived he'd seen none other than Rias Gremory talking to Surziches and Grafia. Serafo was also there, but she looked down in shame. Issei approached the group silently. You sure took your time, Issei said Surziches in a joking way. Issei. I really wanted to stay, but curiosity got the best of me, and so I'm here. Surziches. So Issei we've come here for 2 reasons, 1 Serafo must apologize, 2nd. Issei. Forgiveness isn't something one can use all the time, the fact that she tried to kill me stands, therefore I cannot forgive her, and as for the second thing, I'll think about it. Surziches. Very well, hey Issei wanna go out for some drink sometime? Issei. Surziches, you're a kind man and all, but if anything I really want to avoid getting entangled with the supernaturals, it'll only bring unwanted attention to me and my love. Surziches. Lover. So you have a girlfriend, oh might it be the little Nico girl? Issei. And if she is? Surziches. Nothing, I was just thinking Issei interrupted Surziches. Issei. Gremory girl, I must ask you something, why is there so much fear and disparity in those bright blue eyes, even though there's so much pain within your eyes there's hope, I'm curious and interested in those eyes. Rias. You how? Issei. I'll be going now, also we meet again but this time, not in the battlefield Grafia. Grafia. Indeed, it has been a while since we've met, a few years if I recall. Issei. Yes it was quite a few years ago, but we'll talk some other time I must go now. Issei left quickly as the conversation had lasted about 15 minutes, Issei was in a rush as he'd remember Kuroka complaining about the groceries. Damn it if she wakes up and the groceries aren't there I'ma be in big trouble, Issei kept telling himself. On his way to the grocery store Issei felt the presence of something watching him from afar. Which direction am I being looked at? Issei wonders. Issei then kept moving as every second's valuable. When Issei made it to the grocery store and got what they needed, he'd teleport using a magic circle after he was in an isolated spot. When Issei teleported to the kitchen, he sighed in relief seeing as Kuroka wasn't in the kitchen, or so he thought. When Issei turned around he'd be face to face with Kuroka, their faces were just a couple inches from another. Issei. Kuroka W what are you doing up this early? Did you get enough sleep? How was it? Kuroka. What do you mean, I always get up at this time, and if I don't who's going to make breakfast, also what up with you this yawn morning Naya? Issei. Oh nothing at all, you know me just chilling. Kuroka. Something definitely up, I've never heard you say chilling, and you're very nervous right now. Oh, might it be that you're too happy to see me this morning? If so, I'm all for having Hex in the kitchen right about now. Issei. Yeah, you're right, it's just that. Kuroka noticed the bags, she then looked at Issei. Kuroka. So you forgot to get the groceries, it doesn't matter, they're here right now, so brighten up silly. Issei. Huh, that's all. Kuroka. I've only ever gotten mad 3 times in the past, you know, and those 3 times you forgot to get the groceries and we had nothing to eat that morning. Issei. I guess you're right. Hey Kuroka, I wanna ask you something. Kuroka. Let hear it. 10 minutes later. Issei. So what do you think? Kuroka. Well, the fact that Surzuch as a devil leader came to you in person to ask for such a thing isn't something you can just brush off, but I think you could leave the other thing to me. Issei. You sure? Kuroka. I'm really quiet and good at gathering information, you know, I could also hide my presence. Issei. Thank you Kuroka, I can always count on you. Kuroka. Phew. Issei, but I expect something from you, I wanna be extra lovey-dove with you all night. Issei. I see no problem, after all I already love you my cute kitty. Kuroka started blushing. Kuroka. Gee, get going already, you're sweaty, take a shower. Issei. Okay Kuroka, after we eat breakfast wanna go somewhere? Kuroka. Somewhere? Issei. A date. Kuroka. Oh why yeah let me finish doing this and I'll get ready. Issei kissed Kuroka in the cheek and left to the shower. Kuroka, who was very confused and happy, was still blushing heavily. Geez, he could have kissed me in the lips, we're lovers after all, it okay right? Kuroka wondered. Kuroka then kept making breakfast and as it was finished she go to the shower. Issei had already dressed up by that time, about 20 minutes had passed by and Kuroka was now ready. Issei. Kuroka, your attire looks wonderful and with you in it, it looks absolutely stunningly beautiful. Kuroka. Thank you, you look handsome yourself. Issei. I'm glad you think so, shall we get going? Kuroka. Why yeah, where to first? Issei. The first let's go get something sweet to start off our date, then we'll go to meeting date P2 end. Issei grabbed Kuroka's hand gently, they then made their way out of the house and after a couple minutes of walking they'd head to an ice cream shop that's as nearby. The ice cream shop they'd go to was famous amongst the locals, it was also a great way to start off a date as the rumors had it that those who came here would have an incredible date and would forever be destined to be together living happily together for the rest of eternity. Issei and Kuroka made their way to the ice cream confectioner and ordered the ice cream that fell to their likings. Issei ordered a strawberry ice cream and Kuroka ordered a blue cotton candy ice cream. Both Kuroka and Issei enjoyed their ice cream and they licked each other's ice cream as to test it out. Issei and Kuroka were blushing slightly and very nervous. After a minute the couple gained their composure again and continued to enjoy their own ice creams as they walked to the next destination, which was an aquarium. About 20-30 minutes passed by as both Kuroka and Issei were talking to each other. They arrived at the aquarium. Issei had booked 2 tickets the day before, so they were able to pass right through after he showed the certificate and tickets. Issei was given a map structure of the aquarium. Kuroka and Issei wanted to see everything in the aquarium, so they went from the upper side of the aquarium sightseeing. Kuroka was exited, but nervous as they were at this point beneath the water, and Issei were very amazed. Both Kuroka and Issei he never seen sharks, they were both able to experience the sight of lots creature they had wanted to see together, and after seeing all the marine life in the upper parts of the aquarium, they'd go deeper. Kuroka looked at the wall as they went deeper into the aquarium and she read a sign saying there were whales present in this part of the aquarium. As she finished reading it, sparkles and stars appeared in her eyes as she was super excited to see the whales. Hehe, you're very happy to see the whales, aren't you? Issei said as he smiled and patted her head gently. You bet I am, I can't wait to see them, Kuroka said while giggling. Kuroka and Issei started to walk further. Eventually they came into a glass tube-shaped hall. They walked looking at the water on the other side, but nothing, only water was seen until they heard high-pitched whistles. Issei and Kuroka both came to a stop and wondered what exactly that was. Suddenly a giant figure emerged from the side of the fortified glass hallway, and there it was, a gorgeous giant creature, a whale. And after a few seconds lots of life followed behind from the seemingness empty waters to jam-packed full of life. Issei was happy, but what made him even happier was when he glanced to the side, Kuroka's expression. She was like a child seeing something incredible for the first time, she'd never forget that experience. After another hour of being in the aquarium, Kuroka and Issei grabbed a quick snack, but both of them still not being satisfied, left to go and eat at 4.0-star restaurant, not too classy, but something with a good view of the sea. Issei and Kuroka talked for a bit until the food came. When it did, both ate their food up easily and were very satisfied with their hunger. Issei. Hey, Kuroka, how are you enjoying today? Kuroka. It's wonderful. Issei. Hey Kuroka, I want to take you somewhere. Both Issei and Kuroka made their way to the beach. After finding a good spot, they sat down and looked at the sunset, from the beginning till the end. Issei. Kuroka, I want you to know why you're special me, and I'm really in love with you. Without you, I feel as if I'd die. I love you and cherish you. I always want to be by your side. Issei said as he smiled, letting a tear flow down his cheek. Kuroka. Issei, you know my life was going to be. Well, I don't know, but I'm sure it wouldn't have ended up so perfect. I'm so happy to just be able to see you. With you I honestly feel happy, safe, but most importantly Issei, I love you, and I want to be by your side, for now and forever. Kuroka leaned in for a kiss, which Issei, overcome with so many emotions, gratefully accepted. After both lovers had kissed, the sun finished setting. After the sunset passed, both Issei and Kuroka went home while holding hands and very close together. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown and left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share this video. And have a fantastic day. Bye.